voices and the funniest presentation ever. Every subject is the funniest and the wisest character in the Islamic culture. Our character is
Nasruddin!
Let's tell everybody who Nasruddin is. You tell them. One at a time, please. You begin well. Nasruddin is a lesson for everybody. He is knowledgeable.
He is diabolically clever. Nasruddin is the subject of many clever tales.
Slow, educative, and distracting.
Very old as hills, tiny memorial.
A very example of peace of mind.
A opener of a spiritual path.
A self-help phenomenon. His story may be used as jokes. And they may be understood as any of many levels.
He is clear and simple.
He can act foolish in order to make us wiser.
His story are hidden further of wisdom.
They have such fun.
They are demonstration of the fact that when we label others, we are really identifying ourselves. You see what we mean when Nasruddin is? Too much talk can be accurate.
They show them eternal wisdom.
Let's bring to joy all of you who can listen and watch.
To tell you the truth, there is a tiny Nasruddin in each only of us. We don't care to uncover him. Care or better there.
Here is Nasruddin's turban. Let's put it on and feel and act like a turban of learning.
As Nasruddin emerged from the mosque after prayers, a beggar sitting on the street suddenly began. The following conversation followed.
Are you extravagant?
Yes, Nasruddin.
Do you like sitting around drinking coffee and smoking?
Yes.
I suppose you like to go to the bath every day.
Yes.
And maybe amuse yourself even by drinking with friends.
Yes, I like all those things. A few hours further on, another beggar who had overheard the conversation begged for an also.
Are you extravagant?
No, Nasruddin.
Do you like sitting around drinking coffee and smoking?
No.
I suppose you like to go to the bath every day.
No.
And maybe amuse yourself even by drinking with friends.
I want to only live in learning and to pray. But why do you give me an economical and pious man of pain when you give me that extravagant fellow sovereign?
Ah, my friend, his needs are greater than yours. At the gathering where Nasruddin was present, people were discussing the merits of young and old age. They had all agreed that honest trade decreases as years go by. Nasruddin descended.
I don't agree with you, gentlemen. In my old age, I have the same stages I had in the prime of my youth.
What do you mean, Nasruddin? Explain yourself.
In my courtyard, there is a massive stone. In my youth, I used to try and lift it. I never succeed. Neither I can lift it now.
The wit and wisdom of Nasruddin never leaves him tongue-tied. One day, an illiterate man came to Nasruddin with a letter he had received. Nasruddin, please read this letter to me. Nasruddin looked at the letter but could not make out a single word.
I'm sorry, but I cannot read this.
For shame, you must be ashamed before the town anywhere. Nasruddin removed the turban of his own place and placed it on the head of the illiterate man's head.
There, now you wear the turban. If it gives knowledge, read the letter yourself.
One day, Nasruddin lost his ring down in the basement of his house where it was very dark. There being no chance of his finding it in that darkness, so he went out on the street and started looking for it there. Somebody passing by stopped and inquired.
What are you looking for, Nasruddin? Have you lost something?
Yes, I lost my ring down in the basement.
But Nasruddin, why don't you looking for it down in the basement when have lost it.
Don't be silly, man. How do you expect me to find in that darkness? One day, Nasruddin went to the market and bought a fine piece of meat. On the way home, he met a friend who gave him a special recipe for the meat. Nasruddin was very happy. But then, before he got home, a thief stole the meat from Nasruddin's hand and ran off with it. You thief! You have stolen my meat, but you won't enjoy it. I've got the recipe.
One day, Officer came to Nasruddin with a question.
What is it like?
Ooh, it's a very frightening place. Ooh.
What do you say there?
Well, when we come down there, we are crying as babies. And when somebody has gone there, everybody cries.
One day, Nasruddin went to the market to buy new clothes. First, he tasted a pair of trousers. He didn't like the trousers and he gave them back to the shopkeeper. Then, he tried a robe which had the same price as the trousers. Nasruddin was pleased with the robe and he left the shop. Before he climbed on donkey, he was stopped for the shopkeeper and the shop assistant. You didn't pay for the robe.
But I gave you the trousers instead of the robe, isn't it?
Yes, but I didn't pay for these trousers either.
But I didn't buy the trousers. I'm not so stupid to pay for something which I never bought. Shut the bell.
Once, a renowned philosopher and moralist was traveling through Nasruddin's village when he asked him where there was a good place to eat. He suggested a place, and the scholar, hungry for conversation, invited Nasruddin to join him. Much obliged, Nasruddin accompanied the scholar to a nearby restaurant where they asked a waiter about the special of the day. Fish, fresh fish, replied the waiter. Bring us two, they answered. A few minutes later, the waiter brought out a large platter with two cooked fish on it, one of which was quite a bit smaller than the other. Without hesitating, Nasruddin took the larger of the fish and put it on his plate. The scholar, giving Nasruddin a look of intense disbelief, proceeded to tell him that what he did was not only blatantly selfish, but that it violated the principles of almost every known moral, religious, and ethical system. Nasruddin calmly listened to the philosopher's extempore lecture patiently, and when he had finally exhausted his resources, Nasruddin said,
Well, sir, what would you have done? I, being a conscientious human, I would have taken the smaller fish for myself. And here you are.
Nasruddin said and placed the smaller fish on a gentleman's plate.
What do they do with the old full moon?
They cut it into a small piece and make a star.
Nasruddin, what side I must take when I carry the coffin? At the front, back, left, or right?
Take which? You like the best along the edge and on the inside.
One day, the small boys decided to play a trick on Nasruddin. With a tiny bird cupped in their hands, they would ask whether it was dead or alive. If Nasruddin said it was alive, they would crush it to show him he was very wrong. If Nasruddin said it was dead, they would let it fly away and steal for him. When the two small boys came and met Nasruddin, they asked him,
Nasruddin, that which you are holding is alive or dead?
My friend is in your hand.
Oh, Nasruddin, why do you always answer a question is another question?
Do I?
Will you marry me, darling?
Before I give you my answer, I'd like to ask you a question. Do you ever drink anything?
Yes, anything.
You look much better this week, Nasruddin.
I certainly am, Doctor. I recall it because I followed the direction of the bottle of medicine you prescribed for me last time.
Splendid. One direction.
Keep this bottle tightly corked.
If you give me your telephone number, I will call you up sometime.
It's in the book.
Fine, and what's your name, sir?
That's in the book too. Nasruddin was in bed and cold and a high temperature. How high is it, Doctor?
105, Nasruddin.
What's the world's record?
Got a cigarette, Nasruddin?
Here, take the pen.
Thanks. Got a match?
You can keep this lighter.
Thanks again. Have you got an oil well or something?
No, just a lung cancer.